A closer look at gas tax holidays and if they are a gimmick or good policy. Let's bring in Jared Walczak. He's the Tax Foundation's Vice President of State Projects. And Donna Edwards, they keep pulling her back in. That's what I said. Former Congresswoman of Maryland who's running again. She wants to go back to Congress. Good to see you, Congresswoman. I kidded you about that last time, but you want to help. You want to be of service and do well. Maybe not for everybody. What do you think? Should we do it? Cut some gas taxes?
Well, I think we should. I mean, this is about consumers, and I know in my state where they're fast tracking, in Maryland where they're fast tracking a gas tax relief, that's 38 cents a gallon. If the feds do it too, that's 54 cents. That consumers would save. And keep in mind, this is temporary to deal with the current situation that we face. It does mean that when consumers can save 38 cents, 54 cents a gallon, it means that they can go to the grocery store where prices are already inflated, childcare where costs for childcare are already inflated. So this is a good consumer move, and it doesn't relieve the responsibility to look for long-term solutions around transit, around making sure that people are driving fewer miles in their cars. I mean, we still have an obligation in the long term to solve our dependence on gasoline in our cars for transportation, but this is a good short-term move to make sure that consumers get some relief at the pump.
Jared, what is the Tax Foundation's view on this?
One certainly understands why it's popular, but unfortunately, not only is it severing that really important link, this tax that is essentially a user-pays system that prices the use of roads, but also a lot of the benefit may not flow through to the taxpayers. I mean, right now, part of the problem is we have potentially a shortage. There are limits on fuel, petroleum flowing into the country. If you sever that price link, you're going to see prices go down if there's no gas tax, but maybe not anywhere near the no tax level, because that would be a level at which you'd have shortages. Supply and demand still apply. So a decent amount of that tax cut will actually flow through to the producers, not to the road users. And again, right now, we have really high gas prices because of the conflict in Ukraine, but the Russian invasion didn't set off the initial spike in gas prices. Gas prices rose about $1 over the last year before that. That's a general inflationary pressure. And we don't know where gas prices will be a few months from now, later this year. We do suspect that inflation on all goods will be high. So if states are going to provide assistance, why provide a benefit through this one tax for this one thing for drivers when you'd see the need across a wide range of goods? Providing general relief for taxpayers, even a one-time rebate for everyone, is better than gas tax relief that severs that really important link and puts us in a bad position when eventually we do need to raise these taxes again, since we have to fund our roads and a user fee is the best way to do it.
You bring up something kind of interesting, Jared, and that is the Republicans that are on board for this. The Republicans went absolutely crazy when the president said this is not the Biden, gas price. This is a Putin per gallon gas. And you just pointed out it was $1 before. It's only 75 cents or so, since more than $1 before it. But when Republicans say, OK, let's do the holiday, aren't they sort of acknowledging that this is because of the conflict and they're playing right into what the administration said? It's like, oh, this is going to be over in a little while, and then we can put the gas tax back on.
Well, there's no question that gas prices have spiked in the last month because of Putin's invasion. Right. But to your point, I mean, it rose about 75, 80 cents over the last month. It had risen well over $1 in the year prior to that. So there's two different aspects here. And one of them, we sure hope, may go away in a couple of months or sooner. One really hopes. The other is not going away immediately. Now, some states had gotten ahead of this. I mean, Florida's been talking about a gas tax holiday for months now. They started last year, long before the invasion of Ukraine was seriously contemplated. But we're seeing this in a lot of states right now, clearly because of currently spiking prices. And even if states fast track this, we're talking about relief probably in May, June, July. That's not very well timed if the problem is prices today.